You can still see the creases. I went and tried to splash a little water on my face and a little bit on my hair, but basically I look like I'm in despair. But truly, I would be way more in despair if I could actually feel my feelings and know what I really am, because somebody has hit me so bad that I am going to show you the world today. And that's the whole thing I wanted to say. I'm going to show the whole world what the world did do to everybody who didn't love you. And that's the whole part. We have a heart. And we have a heart even though they tried to take it apart. And that's the whole thing. There are people that were in space. And I don't know, I think it was around 160 left, but there were thousands of people somewhere that have died one time or another that we could have cried for, but we didn't know to cry. And there are so many things that we have done because we had pride and we didn't want people to know that we were up in space or that they had a big time differential. And so there's a huge time differential, and I'm going to show the world the squirrels, because this is the squirrely world that we live in. And this is the view that we have today from where I'm sitting. And this is the view that many people will never have because they'll never come to here and they'll never know where this is, dear. And nobody needs to know where this is. It doesn't matter. It's just a place. And it's a place on God's face. And it's a place on God's world. And that's the squirrel. There isn't many squirrels in this place because there aren't squirrels to be seen right now. And there aren't squirrels inside this room because no, squirrels belong outside. And that's the thing. Squirrels are not in this room. No, there's not one squirrel in this room. This room does not have a squirrel, right? But outside, somewhere, there's a squirrel. And that's the thing. We did not belong in space. But somehow, every once in a while, there gets to be a squirrel that could come in here if somebody dragged them or made little nuts. And that's the problem. Somebody made little nuts and little squirrels. They came through the door. Do, 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 do. And that's the thing. Maybe somebody even made a squirrel bed. But that's the whole problem. They didn't make beds for people in space. And that's all we want to know is, wow, we are at 2 minutes and 37 seconds, and not one person has come to this place. Because you know why? They didn't want me to tell the story, and they didn't want to have the disgrace. So they took it down on the 2 channels that I would put it up. That's the not nice thing that they did, because this is the Lowell Miller channel, and this is the Lowell Miller family, and this is the Lowell Miller place. And yes, this is the place I was sleeping, and this is the bed, and this is the bed that we were sleeping in when it happened. And yes, this is the bed. And yes, we shall show the pillow. And here is the pillow we were holding. And that's the story. That's the story that people do not want to know, because I saw something coming down from space. And they were running out of water in space, and it wasn't only going to cost them maybe not that much, maybe $1 million. But they didn't want to bring it back. And this is what I decided to wear, because it's blue, the color of my brother. And my brother is the love. And he is a dove. And he probably died, or maybe he came back. I don't know. Because everything is so etheric. I saw somebody died. Somebody was the pastor. Could it have been me? We don't know. Did I sit by the sea? Did I sit by the sea in time to save my life? No. I should have gone earlier, and somebody killed me. I don't know. Somebody killed somebody. And that's the way this works. Somebody killed somebody, and that's the sea, and that's the person they didn't want me to be, and that's the person they didn't want me to find, and that's the kick. I am not behind my own life. I saw a plane flying down with a long stream hanging off its ass, and it was way, 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 way high, and I thought to myself, it was like military, and it was gray, and I thought to myself, I wonder if that trail is going to cause a big problem when we come down. And it started coming down into coming down, and it was coming down, and that's when the flame came down. The flames came down because the kingdom of darkness will not let you tell the whole story. So my God and country does not want you to tell the story. But that's what I saw. And who is the people in this plane? What about the Michael Jacos? What about the Quinn Millers? What about the people who've died because of Tracy Joe Jaco? And that's the sigh of relief, because I said it and nobody's here. And that's the killer. Tracy Joe Jaco is the killer because she did it. She tried to kill Tanya in space. She tried to kill me in this place. She tried to kill me so many times, and I can't tell you how many Reiki people and other people have had to hire. How many people who've done computers? How many people have done things? And is it easier to say it was done in space, or is it easier to say it was done for this place? We can't tell you the place or the space or any of the other cases that she has done because it's not fun. Because Michael Angelo told me that she assaulted him, true. And that was me too. And that's the thing, he's dead. And we can't explain to everybody how much his head was messed up and how he did do drugs. But that's not what caused him to die. But it would have in the end, because part of it was his friends. And yes, he didn't have the best friends, but we can't talk about everybody that didn't do the right thing, because many people didn't do the right thing. And we cannot talk about how much we do not want to talk about how much we love this place, because this place is not the place we wanted to be. And this is not the space that we wanted to see. We wanted to see everybody take their heart back from the evil people that have never given them anything. Because that's what happened. Because Michael stayed with some woman who did not pray and did not love him and did not care. And yes, he left me here because, yep, he couldn't remote view me because, yes, I did not wear remote underwear. And if you wear underwear, then he can remote view you. And if you don't, he can't. And I mostly did not wear underwear. And so he constantly asked, can I remote view her? And then constantly it said no underwear. And so then, nope, he couldn't remote view me. So he didn't understand everything that happened to me, because he has these stupid rules that they learned, and he actually tries to do the right thing. And his stupid rules to not remote view me because I'm not wearing underwear, because right now I'm not wearing underwear. I kind of am wearing underwear, but I'm not. And that's the whole stupid thing. Stupid, stupid, stupid thing. This is sort of underwear and it's not. Because yes, I made it and it's not quite underwear, and it is sort of underwear, but I made it. So it's not quite underwear. And then my other underwear, it's not quite underwear either because it's a wrap. And that's the thing. I usually do a wrap. And that's the whole thing. Tanya doesn't quite always do the same thing all the time. Sometimes it's underwear. Sometimes I get those dresses that look like underwear, those tight ones, and you wear them and they have the slips. And they're used to have slips, but they don't have slips anymore. And some of them have built-in underwear, and they're not quite underwear. Who knows what that is? Those things are so weird. And I have the weirdest things because that's why women are. And men don't always understand, what the hell is she wearing? It's a dress slip underwear thing. And yes, and then you put another dress on top of it, but you could actually wear it to the door. Nobody would think anything, but that's the floor. He could not remote view me because he did not know. And then I had the floor problem at where I used to live. Why? I don't have the floor problem here, and that's the sty, because where I was living, oh my God, there was so much poop. And that's the scoop. Because there were so many dogs and so many animals, Tanya couldn't handle it. And Tanya has lost the feeling in her foot. And that's the bottom of the barrel. There's something wrong with my foot and I can't wiggle my toes. And there's the killer stitch. I had blue nail polish on there for my love, and I don't have it there because I decided I didn't want to take it with me from where we were, and that's the Dove. He wanted you to have the blue nail polish so you could show your toes, but you didn't do it because you didn't want to be here. And you didn't want to have any more stuck on you. And that's the killer switch, Tanya. You were supposed to do the blue toes so you could toe your foot in the picture. That's what he wanted. He wanted you to put your toes in the picture. But that's the kick. I didn't do it. So you know what I think I'll do? I will do something in between. You got to be kidding, Millers. We didn't know we could do something in between. We can. We can do something in between. We can put my foot in something that my love would have worn. What is it? I'm going to put it in a beautiful light blue. And that's the home that he should have had, because nobody loved him the way he should have been loved. And that's the killer switch, Mom, is that you did not get Tanya a home, and she did not have a home, and she didn't have a place to go, and nobody loved her. And I saw, and I think my brother died, or my brother was going to try to get back. And I told him, they were running out of water, try to contain your pee, try to make colloidal silver. Did they figure out the colloidal silver? They didn't. And more people think they did, because you're right. All it was is electricity through silver to take down the inflammation. And did they in fact give it to Stevens, the real person named Stevens that was a part of Michael? They didn't, because they didn't know how to. No, they gave it to him. Did it save his life? We don't think it did, because he was too sick already. Good night. And that's the thing, that he knew he was going to die, and he knew he might not make that flight. And part of him put himself in that other person's flight, and he came down, and I need to find that person forthright.
But all of this is so exhausting. And Michael, why can't you just leave? That evil woman, she is very deceitful, and he is afraid what she'll say. And Tanya at some point has scared him because he did not know. And Tanya said, yes, she killed, yes, Kirsten W. And that's the whoa. You gotta be kidding. She killed Kirsten W. That's what she did. And I know how she did it because, yep, he said she offered the pill, but I don't know that it's true because that was just something Tracy said. It wasn't something Michael witnessed. And also, she did not try to go in energetically and help. And that's the other thing, she didn't. And that's the other thing, she coulda. And she didn't do anything to help when she coulda. And that's also a Killer Miller not statement because we don't know for sure what she did do, but she did not try to help. That's what Tanya Miller knows. And that's the snow. There is snow here, and we don't know how much snow there could be because there never will be enough snow to take out the world. Because the snow is not snow, and snow cannot go, and there is no snow that will ever go for this picture. Because this picture will always just be what it is, and we don't know where we are, because that's the kick. It's a weird, 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 weird location. Why could we tell the world where we are? We will never tell because that's the kiss, Kanya. This is the weirdest place in the whole world, and nobody could find it. It's not an astronaut place. It's not a regular place. It's not a place that anyone can find necessarily, and that's the kiss of death to mom because she did not know. She did not get the right place to kill herself at. Because why? This is not killer locations for Millers because you cannot find it again. And people cannot live in a home when they don't have a home. And mom, I was supposed to have a home. And I was supposed to have a home that was not by a sea and not by a lake. And it was supposed to be by a pond. And it was supposed to be a nice pond. And it was supposed to be sort of a grassiest too. And that's the killer. She didn't know. She was supposed to buy me a Miller home. And I was supposed to have a Miller home where people could come and stay. And now there's many, many Millers who don't have a home because your home is the most Miller home and you have to let them live there. Said Tanya Wilson Miller, she can't do that. Said more people say you will. Because you better, because I put the pillows there, and that's the home you have to give. Because you did not give Tanya the home, and this is the phone that has almost not worked. And the other phone doesn't work because they took it out. That's a kick in the pants to those assholes that this went live, and yep, and nobody's, not one person came, and that's the strive. We might need to do it again. Good night. Should we? We should, said Yeshua, because this needs to go out. Good night.